So today I wanted to talk about what it actually takes to be successful selling automations and becoming a growth automator. But as I gain more popularity and the business model itself, it comes along with a lot of misconception and confusion about what exactly it is, what you can do to be good at it, and what it takes to be successful. Now, the first thing that I want to mention is that it's very different from the other business models that you've been told or you've tried out possibly yourself. With product-based businesses like e-commerce or dropshipping, there's a very simple exchange of value. You have a product that other people want, you put it in front of them, and then you sell them through a transaction. Similarly, with services through things like SMMA, you have a service that you're providing, there's a clear exchange of value, you know what you're providing, whether that's Facebook ads, Instagram, Google SEO, content creation. It's very easy to have these fixed packages, which also means that it's very easy for anybody to think that they can be good at it because the barrier to entry is so low. There's not much thinking involved. You can step by step just follow somebody's instructions, and they say sell your Facebook ads package for, $700 a month, and you do that. And you don't put much thought behind it. But the reason why I like automations and why I took that up as an agency is, one, because I'm very good at it. Two, because there's so much untapped potential with all the news that's coming out with these new models. ChatGPT just launched their latest model. And there's this underlying fear that if businesses aren't adopting technology, if people aren't ahead of this trend, then they're going to fall behind. So it really sells itself. But the third reason, and the reason that I really like it and why I push it on my channel and all my social media channels, is because not everybody can do it, because it's not easy. And I know that's counterintuitive to say because I want people to try it out and get into it. And I know that it can be a very fruitful and successful business model for those who put in the work and they put in the effort. But the very nature of its difficulty means that not everybody will do it. And then those who do put in the work are much, much more likely to see success. And all the fakers who are looking to make a quick buck will very easily and very early on be weeded out. And those are not the people that I want to deal with anyway. Now, why do I say that it's harder than the other models to get into? One, because it's so new that the industry standards haven't been set. There's no right way to do anything with automations. There's no fixed pricing. There's no fixed packages that you can give out. The nature of the model itself is more consultative, which means that you do a diagnosis, you understand the problems and the pain points, and you prescribe a custom solution for your client, which might not necessarily be something that you can resell to somebody else, which means that every project is different, which means you can't just keep reselling the same thing over and over again. Eventually, you can get to the point where if you find such a core problem inside a specific industry that everybody's facing, then you can start selling, the same package over and over again. But to begin with, every business is different and they prioritize different things. So you're going to be selling different things early on. And that can be overwhelming for a lot of people. When people come into something and they don't have the direction and they want the step-by-step guide on exactly how to do something, those are the kind of people that aren't going to be successful. Because by the time this business model gets to that point where you have these step-by-step guides broken down for you, it's going to be too late. That means anybody can do it and everybody will be doing it. So because we're so early, because we're at this stage where there isn't enough guidance, I'm trying my best to provide as much guidance as I can, but there are no right answers. And that should be inspiring to you because you are at the forefront. This is what you've been waiting for. You might have missed the boat on so many other things. And by the time you tried them and you were following the fake courses and the gurus that just regurgitated the same steps that everybody's following. And when you see a course and when you see a program that is so structured in a way and they're guaranteeing you results and they say, just follow this step by step, that should be a red flag in your mind because any dummy can follow these steps. But the way that I structure my program and my teachings is the only way that I know how. I just provide you with the information, what worked for me. And I never say that this is the right way to do anything. I simply just teach you what I know, what has been successful for me, and then using your own creativity and what you're able to come up with based on your conversations, you dealing with the market and the insights that you have, then that's your opportunity to take that and really build something from it. Because if I was giving you step-by-step guides on exactly what to do and what to sell at what price and to who, then you best believe that the market at that point is far too saturated because anybody could follow that. You have the opportunity right now to be a trailblazer and an innovator in this specific industry and this business model just because it's the Wild West. New things are coming out every day. People don't know what to sell. Nobody knows what to do. So there's so much opportunity up in the air right now. That's what I was able to understand even earlier than now, and I was able to capitalize on it. And I'm pushing this message and this agenda now too, because the market is far too big for me to capitalize on. I feel as though my journey has led me to the education side of it, which I enjoy far more than the B2B, but that's personally just me. But anybody who's looking to make something for themselves, build something for their future, like I keep saying, that this is the digital gold rush that we're in. I don't want you guys to be digging for gold like headless chickens. I want you to be selling the shovels. Learn how to use AI, learn how to use automations, and guide businesses and individuals into the new age by posing and becoming an expert and knowing how to sell these things. Sell the shovels. That's my message, and that's what I'm trying to teach all of you. You have the tools of the future in the palms of your hand before everybody realizes how valuable they are. And a lot of you sleep on it. That's fine. I don't care. For every 5 of you that sleeps on this opportunity, 1 person will message me or reach out and say, hey, I understand what you're saying. This makes a lot of sense to me. I notice all these opportunities around me, but I don't know what to do about it. That's the kind of person who takes the action for what it takes to succeed in this business model. It can really only be the innovators and those who problem solve and see things creatively to be successful in this. I think that's what I'm realizing, because the regular person, the NPC, the person stuck in the matrix, I don't think their mind sees opportunity in the way that's required to be successful as somebody who promotes innovation, because that in itself is a contradiction. Somebody who's stuck inside their box cannot be somebody who takes a business to the future or leads a revolution in technology, because that's the way we're headed. But it's not for everybody. Some people are just wired to be the way that they are. And I'm not knocking that, but I want to speak to those who are the innovators, those who understand the mission that I'm on, what I'm promoting, what they're seeing around them with their own eyes. And it takes a special kind of person to realize that there is truly a gold rush happening around us. And I don't even know what the title of this video is going to be. I don't know what the message was, but it's really just a way for me to speak directly to you if you're that person. And you let me know if what I'm saying makes sense. And if it does, there's a variety of ways that we can work together where I can teach you what I know. You can really harness the potential of what's out there, because the opportunity and the scale of what's going on is just so massive. And the way that I structured this video was I didn't have a plan. I wanted to authentically figure out and speak to directly who I was looking for. And really the person who's going to be the most successful at automations, at leading innovation, and being a pioneer in this space, because there's no one really here right now. It's quite lonely, to be honest, and I would love to have somebody who can see problems my way, who's creative, who is faced with a business decision and doesn't fold and say, this isn't possible, but has to resolve in the drive to know that there's most likely a way to solve any business problem that anybody's facing. And how can I use what's out there in this world that's so vast for me to put something together to come up with these solutions? That's the way that I approach everything. I've never said no to a project that somebody has brought to me. I've been able to fulfill or give them guidance in some capacity, whether it's directing them to certain tools or letting them know that, here's a makeshift or slightly dumber version of what you're looking for. But whatever it is, I personally see myself as somebody who can find a solution for anything. And those are the kind of people that I'm looking for. And I know that those are the kind of people that will be very successful in automations, becoming an automator, and a leader in innovation. So if that's you, then find a way to get in touch with me. That's all I can say.